Hi there, Taurus. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love tunable messages. It's a general reading, so the roles might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down the description box below for a personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Taurus, it's going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their energy currently is like. Your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Okay, Taurus, you might be dealing with a Virgo here or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's as far as I can see right now. But anyway, this person's current energy, they have the Hermit, they have the Ten of Wands, and they also have the Two of Swords in that preposition. It almost seems to me as if like they're forcing themselves to withdraw out of this connection for a little while because they need some time out. Because the thing that has been happening within this connection had been so overwhelming for them to a point where they might have experienced some sort of like a physical pain, like a little bit of a strain in their shoulders, just kind of like something that feels very, very heavy, or a little bit of a digestive issues or sleep issues as well. But this person right now is kind of like trying as much as they could to remain detached, to remain undecided about the whole situations between the both of you. Because in the past, they have the Page of Cups and also the Three of Pentacles. From your side, you have the Seven of Cups and you also have the Five of Wands. I feel that in the past, this person was, you know, that one song that came to my head just now. It was like, I forgot who sung it. It was, no one else come close to you. No one makes me feel the way you do. That song. And that happened when I was seeing that Page of Cups. So I feel that you were able to introduce them to a part of them that was lost for so long. I feel that this person, when they were becoming the Page of Cups, like the thing is that Page of Cups, a lot of people might not like that energy, but I actually do like it. Because in a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Page of Cups is very genuine, it's very innocent for me. Like the first fish that you caught and you're willing to give it to someone else just because you love them that much. Okay, it almost seems like a child love towards the parents that is very unconditional, right? They think that their parent is a rock star and something like that. And you kind of like had the ability to make them feel that way. Where it's like, it almost seems like, wow, like you're the rock star. You make me very creative. You make me feel different in regards to life. And there was also like a lot of optimism and there was like a lot of wants and desire from their side to want this connection to work that well. However, I do feel that in the past you guys had like a lot of trust issues when it comes to this person. You were questioning sorry, their intention. You were questioning whether this person is being very genuine or not. You're questioning whether this person loves you as much as you do towards them. And with the Five of Wands in here, I just feel that you guys were not really liking the way in which they work on this connection. It fell below your standard. You wanted something more. But again, like what you need to realize, Taurus, is that what people don't know is that our psychological age could stop in the moment that we had a traumatic experience. Let's say, for instance, this person was abused or this person went through like a very terrible heartbreak at the age of, let's say, 15, okay? And before they were able to heal that, their psychological age actually stopped at that age. I knew this because like my ex-husband was a drug addict and he mentioned that, you know what, like I may be 33 right now, but my psychological age stopped at 26 because that's when I became a drug addict. So I was like, yeah, makes sense. But it makes sense in some other areas and when I encounter some people as well. And this is them. Something happened in their past before they know you, and that kind of like made them stop at that age. And before they are able to heal that, they're not able to, you know, move forward. So you're kind of like quite disappointed in the way this person was loving you or making effort towards your life. Now, in the present moment, you have the Page of Pentacles and also the Nine of Swords. This connection gave you like a lot of mental anguish. Even if this person were to be coming forward towards you and loving you, I just feel that you're surrounded with like mental anguish here, and it kind of like makes you doubt. It makes you wanting to be eyeing this connection from top to bottom and see whether or not it's worth the investment or not. From this person's side, they have the Two of Pentacles and also the Ace of Cups. They're still trying to, even in their own self, they're not balanced. There might be a comparison here that they're doing because the Two of Pentacles in this deck of mine is about comparison. But I feel it's like, okay, I'm feeling something new with Taurus, something that I've never experienced before, and I need sometimes to adjust on how do I act upon these feelings, on how or where I should put this in my life. Now in the future, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, and you also have the King of Pentacles. From their side, they have the Ace of Wands, and they have the Queen of Swords. In the future, I feel that you guys are done with the period of mental anguish. You're done of them meeting below your standard. You're done with them because you feel that you deserve something more. There is a very huge or wide age gap here in level of maturity. Taurus, it could literally be the age gap, or it's just that psychological age gap that I've mentioned earlier. So you're already in the situation of the King of Pentacles where they're just much more in the Page of Cups. So I feel that in the future, you guys are going to be a bit emotionally unavailable towards them, and you're just going to be focusing a lot more on yourself, just indulging yourself a lot. And here they are. They get the memo. They will get the memo in the future here. And there might be a tendency from this person to go back to who they usually are. When you cope with something that is traumatic, a traumatic event like maybe abuse or maybe just like a heartbreak, a very devastating situation, or a loss of someone that they love, yeah, you're being pushed to find another personality, or you're being pushed to find another personality to cling on to. And I feel that this person has always been clinging on to the energy of Queen of Swords, where I know better, I'm independent, I'm individualistic, I know myself, I know what's best for me and everything like that. So in this area, they're very advanced to a point where they're already the queen. But in regards of emotions, that vulnerability on how to act on love, how to feel love, how to work on love, how to work on a connection, it's still the Page of Cups. So let's clarify them. Oh yeah, one of the biggest challenges within this connection, the Ten of Swords and also the Four of Wands in reverse. Again, trauma. And also, I feel that this trauma is felt from both ways. I feel that this connection might traumatize you as well. And there's a lack of like feeling joyful when it comes to this connection. Or even if there's some joyful moment within this connection, it's very short-lived. Okay, now let's clarify the reading. You might be dealing with a water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see. Let's clarify that Two of Pentacles from their side. Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, and also the Knight of Swords. Now that's the problem here, see? Now, the Page of Cups doesn't know what to do with feelings, doesn't know with emotions, and you feel that this person is either emotionally selfish, emotionally unavailable, or just emotionally manipulative, maybe trying to cause some sort of jealousy out of you, maybe trying to cause some sort of reaction out of you. But again, Page of Cups, that gap that we're talking about here. How would you expect a child to have an emotional breakdown? Like, they wouldn't do it in a way that an adult would do, right? And this person, again, that part of theirs, that part of them is still not being harnessed, and they don't know how to go about it. So every time they're in their feelings, every time they're in that, and every time they feel some sort of emotional imbalance, where they feel that, oh my God, like this is too much, you know, I'm going to get hurt again, this is bringing or triggering some sort of trauma within me, there comes the sword thing. Maybe we should sabotage this, but that's the subconscious talking, you know, it's not the conscious, it's the subconscious talking. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, Four of Cups in reverse, and also the King of Wands. So it's somebody who, because the thing is that they feel that right now you're not as emotionally present as you guys were, okay? And they feel that in order for them to get that emotional openness or emotional unavailability back into their life, they would need to instill some sort of chaos within the connection. Something to do or they do that would cause you to react. So it's very intentional, it's very deliberate what they're doing here. So that they get the assurance that, like, you know what? Wow, Taurus actually cares. Taurus actually, it bothers Taurus. It means that, you know, yeah. Let's clarify that Page of Pentacles. Again, I'm not romanticizing, you know, unhealthy behavior. I'm just explaining, okay? Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. Just because I'm explaining doesn't mean I'm supporting, okay? So the Page of Pentacles clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and also the Eight of Wands. I feel that right now you guys are realizing that there is so much more to life than just this person. There's so much more to life than just this connection. And I feel that you guys are going to be, especially the Sagittarius season, you guys are going to be very uplifted. Your mood is going to be better, and there's more about, like, you know what, I need to take some sort of actions. I want this, I want this, I want this. Like, you're going to be creating goals for yourself here. And when you do that, I feel that it's going to make you be able to emotionally distance yourself away from this connection to a point where everything that they're doing is no longer going to be affecting you. Now, Taurus, if you're single and ready to mingle, I feel that you might have the possibilities of meeting a new person here. If it's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, I wouldn't. This is a new person, yeah, not a past person. If that new person is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, I wouldn't recommend you to take it seriously at first. If it's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, be careful of how fast it's going. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords from your side. Eight of Swords, Six of Wands, and also the Page of Swords. You might react though. Be careful of reacting, because you're giving exactly what this person is wanting. But I feel that you're starting to realize that this person is trauma bonding you, and you're starting to realize that this person is very selfish. Like, you might see this person as being fake almost. Like, oh my God, like the way that you dress, why do you care about how much you look, or why do you care about, you know, what other people think about you, and etc., etc. So, and one thing that I need to point out here also, Taurus, is that be careful of being your own biggest critics. You need to start being gentle with yourself here, okay? Because Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords is not a pretty place to live in, and especially with the Page of Swords. Like, I love this energy of you trying to uplift yourself by having ambitions, by having goals. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to do this, I want to do that, creating that excitement. But at times you could be one of your worst critics. It almost seems like a Virgo reading at some point where you're the biggest critics. But just be careful about that, okay? Be careful of, like, what do you think of yourself? Is like, when you're forgetting something, stop saying to yourself, like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. No, don't do that. Okay, forgetting things is normal. It's like, oh my God, I just forgot it. Okay, next time I won't. When you look in the mirror, oh my God, my nose is so weird. Don't say that, okay? Stop being your biggest critics. I see you going up. Don't let yourself be the reason why you're not going up, okay? Now, let's clarify the Queen of Cups in reverse from your side first. Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and also the Ace of... Beautiful. Beautiful. Again, the goals, ambitions, and where do you want to go, that motivation that you're finding within this week is going to also be one of the leading factor of you finding yourself in the future. I feel this emotional unavailability that you're going to be presenting towards them has a lot to do with you starting to find yourself again, with you starting to be loyal towards them, yourself again. The unwavering devotions and loyalty that you once give to another person, now you're giving that unwavering devotions and loyalty towards yourself, which is beautiful. Okay, now let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Now, remember when I said if you're single and ready to mingle, you might be meeting someone. With a water sign, I would say no. With fire sign, I would say be careful of how fast it goes. However, if you guys are dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I'd say that it's much more safer. Beautiful. Or even a Cancer. If it's a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, you would have someone come into you, a new person, when you're just basically focusing a lot more on yourself and just enjoying your singlehood. But that's only if you're single and wanting to mingle, okay? But if you don't, there's going to be like a lot of amount of self-love that you guys are going to be doing, which I love, you know? Money is looking good. Some of you might have a new car or changing up your new car, or travel might be in the book as well. But everything looks good. Like the amount of love that you used to give towards someone is going to be the exact amount of love that you're going to be given towards yourself. And you're going to go to places here, Taurus, in the future. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords. Pretending. I just don't get this person. They're just pretending that everything is fine where it's not within them. I see them going through like a lot of mental anguish. But it's like they have so many bottled up emotions. They have so many things that they want to ask you and they want to say to you, but they're just choosing to not do that and give you the impression that they're the Four of Swords, wanting you to realize what is up with them. So they're just waiting for what you guys are going to be bringing to the table, while wondering and assuming about why you guys are not doing exactly what they want you to do. Okay, let's pull some advice here for you here, Taurus. Okay, Six of Swords, the Tower, and also the Seven of Cups. It has a lot to do with the card is advising you to take on a very drastic approach, something that is very sudden, something that you think that, oh my God, I'm so scared of doing this, Anisa, because I feel that it's going to be creating like a lot of instability within my life, but go ahead and do it. If you're thinking of, like, let's say for instance, with the Tower card here, a drastic change, right, of something that is no longer serving you. Let's say for instance, I want to get separated from this person, but I'm so fearful of that. Do it. Because how much longer would you want to be at a place where you're the Seven of Cups? I mean, we're just wondering about whatever possibly is that they may come. How much longer? If you're thinking of like, well, this job no longer serves me, and then I don't feel that I have any type of potentials to move forward or progress in my career, leave that. Take that drastic approach. You need to start leaving behind your comfort zone and things that are no longer serving you, okay? Because if not, then you're always going to be standing in the midst of clouds, in the midst of confusion, in the midst of like possibilities and what if I take this, but no, I'm too scared of taking that route. What if I take this, but no, maybe that one is like, no. A drastic decision needs to be made right now, okay? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, Taurus. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.